you is not proper, it's hard to be accurate.
Sanchez 14 of 30 so far today, and his pass to Schillens is incomplete. Schillens fell to the ground, had his hands on it, but it was just too difficult to hold on to.
Yeah, he tripped. He's working against Nolan Carroll, and as he runs his out route and tries to plant that right foot to go to his left, he stumbles and makes a great effort trying to catch the ball as he's going to the turf.
All right, Sanchez now 15 of 31, 162 yards and an interception. His rating is 50.7. Matt Moore, 10 of 18, 118 yards. His rating 94.2 for today's game. 12 seconds to play, third quarter, 27-3 Dolphins. It's third down and 5 for the Jets for the 31 of New York. Sanchez to throw, pumps once, throws to the middle, a wobbler, and it's incomplete. Intended for Curley.
And he got hit again. I mean, Cameron Wake hit Mark Sanchez again, and that has happened several times today. You know, maybe part of the inaccuracy by Mark Sanchez is the fact that he's getting pounded. And not a clean pocket very often. But that one again sailed. There was nowhere to go. He's just throwing it away. It was well covered down the field.
On fourth down, Malone to punt. It's a high one. It's a wobbler. Bass will call for the fair catch at the 28 of Miami. So a timeout on the field as the third quarter comes to a close. It's the Dolphins 23 or 27. The Jets 3. You're listening to the NFL on the Dial Global Radio Network.
Black sheep, have you any wool? No, sir, no, sir. Some nincompoop with pantyhose pulled over his face stole all my wool sweaters and aiming system. Luckily, the Geico Insurance Agency recently helped me with renter's insurance. Everything stolen was replaced, and the little boy who lives down the lane was caught trying to sell it online. Call Geico and see how easy it is to switch and save on renter's insurance.
This October, join the National Football League and the American Cancer Society in the fight against breast cancer by supporting the NFL's A Crucial Catch campaign. Visit NFL.com/pink to learn more and bid on authentic NFL pink gear worn by players and coaches. All proceeds benefit the American Cancer Society and its commitment to help women age 40 and older get a mammogram every year. Be a part of our team at NFL.com/pink and help more women make a crucial catch.
You know how to tell if a man is serious about the work he does with his hands? Look at his feet. If he stands in a pair of Red Wing boots, that means he stands for something. He cares about the work he does and the crew he works with. He works with his brains as much as his brawn. Work is craft. Work is complex. Work is family. Work is pride. Red Wing boots are purpose-built for the exact work you do. Red Wing shoes. Work is all work.
As we begin the fourth quarter, it's time for the Carfax facts of the game. How about the Miami Dolphins have not allowed a 100-yard rusher in 20 consecutive games, not counting this one.
Should have started him this week.
Just 3 rushing touchdowns all year. That's a fact of the game brought to you by Carfax. Don't get burned when buying a used car. A Carfax report can help you pay the right price. Just say, show me the Carfax. Ask your dealer or go to Carfax.com. Sean Green, by the way, has 63 yards on the ground this afternoon for the Jets. On first down for the Dolphins from the 28, the handoff goes to Daniel Thomas, who breaks across the 35. It is up to the 36. Maybe they'll say his knee is down at the 35. Isaiah Trufant made the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Tony, we've not had a drive of longer than 4 minutes for either team today. And I think if you're the Dolphins, you're looking for a nice extended drive here to eat up the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the Dolphins scores have come off of special team plays, nice defensive plays, short field there, a couple big pass plays, but for the most part, they haven't been overly efficient as well.
Second down and 3 out of the shotgun as Morey hands it off to Thomas, who lowers his shoulder into a pile. Gets up to the 37. Muhammad Wilkerson made the tackle after a 2-yard gain. Now third down with 14-10 and counting to play here in the fourth quarter. Dolphins 27, Jets 3.
And part of the reason is to give the Jets credit. I was very critical coming in as far as their run defense. They came into the game giving up 4.6 yards per carry. They're only giving up 3.5 so far today, and have held the Dolphins to under 85 yards.
Third down, more under center. The handoff goes to Thomas, and he's hit the tackle. Demario Davis had himself a heck of a day, even though the defense hasn't been great for the Jets. And it'll be 4th down, and Miami will be forced to punt.
Yeah, I thought Demario Davis and Demario Davis and David Harris both played outstanding from their inside linebacker position.
Can't get enough of your team? Well, join your fellow fans at SBNation.com for football analysis, conversation, and opinion. SBNation.com. Your team, your community. Hurley is back at his 12 to receive this punt from Brandon Fields. And Hurley is going to run back inside the 10, and it bounces out of bounds at the 6. Wow. Terrible field position for the Jets when we come back. 12:59 to play here in the 4th quarter off a 58-yard punt. Dolphins on top 27-3. This is Dial Global's coverage of the National Football League.
When you're away from your family as long as we are, it's hard. A voice from home goes a long way.
There's nothing like hearing that voice.
My dad.
My husband.
My little girl. For the men and women protecting our freedom around the world, Sport Clips Haircuts provides a little taste of home this holiday season and throughout the year. Help a hero call home by donating to VFW's Operation Uplink free call day program at any participating Sport Clips Haircuts location now through November 11th. And on Veterans Day, Sunday, November 11th, Sport Clips will donate $1 from every haircut service to Operation Uplink to show support for our nation's deployed and hospitalized U.S. service members. To date, Sport Clips and its clients have provided almost 2 million calls to our heroes overseas. Visit sportclips.com to find a store near you.
For that one moment, I'm not on the other side of the world.
At Sport Clips, it's good to be a guy, especially when you're helping a hero call home.
Have a question for Tony Baselli or any of our other Dial Global football analysts? Log on to dialglobalsports.com/asktheanalyst. And each week, our guys will answer your questions. It's just one of the many features you'll find at the new dialglobalsports.com. I have a question for you, Tony. Yeah. If the Dolphins hang on and they're leading at 27-3, they'll improve their record to 4-3. Patriots are on their way to their 5th win. Can they stay in the hunt for playoff spots?
Yeah, I think they can, because I think the AFC is, I don't know if there's one dominant team in the AFC right now.
Maybe the Texans.
The Texans are, you're right, the Texans are the one dominant team, but after that, it's pretty close. And the Patriots are the best team in the East, but I don't think it's a big difference between them and the Dolphins.
First down and 10 for the Jets. Poor field position from the New York 6. Moving from left to right. Sanchez out of the shotgun. On the draw, hands the ball off to Green. Green busts his way across the 10. Breaks a tackle to the 13. Chris Clemens made the tackle. Eventually, it's a gain of about 7. So it'll be 2nd down and 3.
You know, it's amazing that it feels like, and it is, the total game been dominated by the Dolphins, but offensively, the Jets, as bad as they have been, they have 225 total yards to the Dolphins at 217. It's amazing.
A lot of that came on that last drive before the end of the first half. It's 2nd down and 3 from the 13. The wind has really picked up here in the 4th quarter. Sanchez's pass is complete to Stephen Hill at the 20, and he spins forward to the 23.
Tom, you were asking about the Dolphins and their playoff chance. The Patriots are the best team in the East, but in the past it's been such a huge difference. They're still better, but I think they've come back to the pack a little bit. And then you look at the rest, there's the wild card as well, which I think the Dolphins, if they keep on going, can compete for a wild card spot.
First down for the Jets at the 23 of New York from the near hash. Sanchez out of the shotgun, throws left, pass complete to Keller, who stumbled to the ground at the 27, a gain of 4. Carlos Dansby in on the tackle. Dansby's been a good pickup for the Cardinals.
He's been very good. Coming over from the Arizona Cardinals to the Dolphins. He's the leader of that defense, gets everyone lined up, and he's become a nice playmaker on defense for the Dolphins as well.
11:25 and counting to play 4th quarter. Jets down 27-3 with the ball. On 2nd down, Sanchez out of the shotgun. He'll dump it off to the near side for Keller. Has some room across the 35. Moves away from a defender. And he slides across the 40 to the 43 before Dansby and Rashad Jones made the tackle, but it's a gain of 16.
When you look at this Dolphins team, and they're going to have to be better offensively, but I think Tannehill will continue to get better. but they are so well-rounded. I mean, I think defensively they're outstanding. They have a very good front seven. I mean, they are really powerful. I like their defensive line. They're improving on the back half. And I think that defense will keep them in games all year.
On first down, Sanchez just flips it forward to Sean Green, who's across midfield to the 49. Austin Spittler, who just went in for Carlos Dansby, who's out with a hand injury, made the tackle. Second down and 2 after a gain of 8.
And you look at this Jets team, and you wonder where they go from here at 3 and 5.
A lot of questions.
A lot of questions. You know, you talk about a long bye week, and it's going to get very noisy up here in New York for them.
On second down and 2, Sanchez, a slant to the outside to Gates, who makes the reception at the 45, a gain of 4 in front of Nolan Carroll. But enough for a first down, so the move to chains. And we hit the 10-minute mark here in the fourth quarter.
Because at 3 and 5, they're going to be 2 games behind the Patriots. There'll be a game behind these Dolphins. And
Sean Green on first down stumbles forward to the 36, maybe the 37, depending on the spot. It'll be second down and short for the Jets. And again, the no-huddle offense. The clock winds, 9.5 to play here in the fourth quarter. Obviously a sense of urgency for the Jets, down 27-3. Sanchez pumps once to the right. He is dropped. Kevin Burnett, after the pump, just slammed him down to the field. And they'll mark him at the 42. It's the 3rd sack of the day for the Miami Dolphins.
And he's been harassed all day.
Should have started with
3 sacks, but the knockdowns and the hurries and the harassment of Mark Sanchez has been numerous. And talking about them going to the bye week at 3 and 5, the Dolphins have Indianapolis next week. You would think they'll be favored. It's a winnable game for them. And if they win that, the Jets find themselves 2 games behind both the Patriots and the Dolphins with 8 to go. And with a lot of question marks and concerns.
On third down and 7, Sanchez under pressure, throws to the near side, incomplete. Intended for Gates. It's over his head. Chris Clemens hits Sanchez as he released the ball. So it'll be 4th down. Let's see what the Jets do. By the way, hurry into your local Chevy dealer and get great pricing on brand new 2012 Chevys like Silverado, Suburban, Tahoe, or Traverse during Chevy Truck Month. Be sure to hurry in while supplies last.
And give Kevin Coyle, the defensive coordinator of the Dolphins, a ton of credit today. I really like the mix of 4-man pressures in the blitz. They got home several times, causing turnovers, especially in the first half. It's been an outstanding game plan.
Well, they show blitz again on 4th down. Sanchez to throw. Pass complete to Gates for a first down around the 25-yard line of the Dolphins.
And everyone listening saying, well, why couldn't the Jets do this sooner? Well, now the Dolphins are in a very soft zone, just keeping everything in front of them.
3-man fronts.
That's how, yeah, they were only rushed 3 guys that time, 8 back, and just don't want to give up an easy, quick score. Nothing, no big plays.
8:15 and counting to play here in the fourth quarter. Jets down 27-3. Sanchez on first down flips it off the fingertips of his tight end, Conrad Ruins. Or should it be Dustin Keller? It'll be second down and 10.
Well, that looks strange. That ball ate up Dustin Keller. It looked like a nice pass. Look, hit him right between the 8 and the 1 and just bounced off. It almost looked like it was an in-between ball, and Dustin Keller didn't know what to do with his hands and get him in the right position.
A lot of drop passes today for the Jets. Whether that made a difference or not, I'm not sure, but they've had 5 drop passes this afternoon.
It doesn't help.
Doesn't help. Second down at 10. Keller's in motion. Lines up in the slot. Sanchez drops back to pass. Looks left. Throws to the middle. Pass complete to Gates at the 8. And he's wrapped up and taken down at the 5. A gain of 20. R.J. Stanford made the tackle. He's in on dime coverage, which they have now here in the fourth quarter. 7:50 and counting to play in the fourth quarter.
Clyde Gates having a nice second half. Running another deep end. Enough time for Mark Sanchez to work through his progression. Finds Gates in the middle of the field for a big pickup.
From the 5, it's first and goal. Motion in the backfield from Keller. Sanchez out of the shotgun. He calls out an audible with the play clock winding under 10. Shifts Green to his right. He was standing to his left. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Quick slant to the right. Pass is complete. And it's touchdown Jets.
See, that's why you don't change your defense.
The touchdown. The
49ers
Jets
won't
have made
change their
this a
defense.
27-9 ball
That's
game.
why I started them this week.
The problem is probably going to be a little
Of course, I'm saying this before they play tomorrow night. Let's hope Arizona
It was
does
a
not
nice,
score
nice drive, nice
points at all.
slant pattern. Now the Jets are going to go for 2. Down 24, they're down 3 possessions if they can get 2-point conversions on every possession.
It's a lot to ask.
It's a lot to ask. With only 7:20 left in the game, probably going to have to kick it onside here sooner or later.
Hard to do when they're expecting it.
It is. But you know the old saying is, you made your bed, you got to sleep in it.
Well, a timeout has been called, I believe, by the Dolphins. Yep, it'll be their first timeout of the half. So 27-9, Miami on top. With 7:20 to play here in the fourth quarter, the Jets are going for 2 when we return. This is Dial Global's coverage of the National Football League.
Warning. If your vehicle's factory warranty has expired, you need to have a plan, because you know that something is going to break, but you don't know when, and you don't know if it will cost $400 or $4,000. So plan on protecting yourself now with CarCheck's Extended Vehicle Protection. For a free no-obligation quote, call 1-800-300-2111. Thousands of people have trusted CarChecks to protect them from costly repair bills. That's why we've earned an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. That's also why, if your vehicle is at least 2 years old with less than 100,000 miles, you can count on CarChecks to protect you too. You can go to any repair facility you choose, and CarChecks will pay them directly. You also enjoy the peace of mind of 24-hour roadside assistance and much more. Call CarChecks now for a free quote. It only takes 5 minutes, and you'll never be surprised by a big repair bill again. 1-800-300-2111. 1-800-300-2111.
Hurricane Sandy is approaching, and State Farm is there. You can find preparation tips at statefarm.com, but you can start getting ready for its arrival by securing valuables, shutting off utilities, and boarding up windows. If the hurricane does strike the area, State Farm is already preparing to help our policyholders recover as quickly as possible. If you need to file a claim as a result of the hurricane, call your State Farm agent or 1-800-SF-CLAIM. That's 1-800-732-5246.
ESPN Radio 94.1.
Fresh broadcast booth at MetLife Stadium. Along with Tony Baselli, I'm Tom McCarthy. Try the newest flavor phenomenon from Subway. The new low-fat Tuscan chicken melt. Subway, eat fresh. The Jets are about to go for 2, down 27-9 with 7:20 to play here in the fourth quarter. They have 2 receivers to the right of Sanchez, 1 to the left, it's Curley. And 1 back in the backfield, that's Sean Green. Sanchez out of the shotgun. Play clock is down under 10. Ball spotted at the 2. Sanchez looks right, throws right, incomplete. Intended for Keller. There was double coverage there. He is the favorite receiver, and the Dolphins realize that, and they also realize the Jets love the slant.
Especially in the red area. You get down deep in your red zone, this is a 2-point conversion. Tight ends are dangerous. That's where you want to go to them. They do a good job of bracketing Dustin Keller.
So it remains 27-9, 7:20 to play, fourth quarter. Timeout on the field. You're listening to the NFL on the Dial Global Radio Network.
For more than 60 years, Wrangler has been making jeans more comfortable. Wrangler jeans give you comfort where you want it. They don't cut and bind like most jeans.
For guys like Brett Favre and Dale Earnhardt Jr., nothing beats Wrangler comfort. Wrangler's unique U-shape construction gives you comfort where you need it most, in the seat, waist, and thighs.
U-shape. It fits around you. It gives you more room where you need it.
Hey, don't wear Wranglers because of me. Wear them because of you.
Wrangler. Real comfortable jeans.
Available at Walmart.
Hey football fans, gear up at Sports Authority with all the best in licensed clothing and tailgating essentials. And when you join the league, their rewards program, you'll earn 5% back on your in-store merchandise purchases. Plus, enter Sports Authority's Touchdown in Hawaii sweepstakes, and you could win a trip for 2 to the football all-star festivities. Go to sportsauthority.com/touchdown for registration and official rules. Contest ends November 30th, 2012. Offer void where prohibited. Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
Hey there, Dale Jr. here. Around my place, I depend on this truck to get things done. And that's why I depend on Quaker State Defy to help keep it running strong. Quaker State Defy helps stop up to 98% of future engine wear. It'll help stop cam wear, it'll stop bearing wear. So while your odometer will keep on spinning, the wear will always stop. Defy
Defy time with Quaker State Defy Motor Oil, based on a Sequence 4A wear test.
Vote to send your favorite NFL players to the 2013 Pro Bowl in Hawaii. You can vote online with your mobile device at NFL.com/Pro Bowl. Or you can also text Pro Bowl to MyNFL. Vote today. Message and data rates may apply. 13 plays, 94 yards, 5 minutes, 39 seconds. The first drive for either team that went over 4 minutes results in a touchdown for the Jets, a 5-yard pass play. That makes it 27-9 with 7:20 to play here in the fourth quarter. The Jets will kick off, and they tried the onside kick to the near side, and Brian Hartline jumps high in the air and pulls it out of the air for the Dolphins. And they'll mark him at the 45 of New York.
You talk about a bad play football. As far as being on the receiving end of that onside kick, and Nick Foles does a great job of kicking it with the one bounce and the big high bounding ball in the air, and you have 5 Jets in sprinter stances coming full speed looking to knock out anybody in their way. And Brian Hartline has to go up high to catch it, and he's thankful to the 4 guys in front of him of the Dolphins that protected him from those 5 screaming Jets.
Well, and I think that those guys that you said protected him, they stopped the Jets from even getting to the ball.
They did,
yeah.
But you talk about some punishment being doled out. Woo.
Backs in an I formation on first down for the 45. The handoff to Daniel Thomas. Runs right, steps inside, bounces down to the 41. A gain of maybe 4. Isaiah Trufant, LaRon Landry made the tackle. How about these numbers today? For the Dolphins, they've rushed for now 95 yards after that run. The Jets 91 yards. The Dolphins 126 yards in the air. The Jets 221. But it's the Dolphins who are up 27-9 in this ball game.
And this is why. Special teams. Block punt by the Dolphins for a touchdown. Block field goal. Miami 2 for 2 on field goals. Jets 1 for 2. Better, and they have a better punting average than the Jets. They have the long kickoff return. They have beaten them on special teams.
On second down, Moore to throw. Throws left. Pass complete to Bess, who drops down at the 28. Trufant made the tackle. It's a first down, and the clock continues to run. 6.5 and counting to play here in the fourth quarter after a 13-yard gain.
The Dolphins have had some nice punt returns. The Jets, 0 punt return yards. They have not returned a kick. They have lost in every aspect. They have not returned a punt, excuse me. They have lost in every aspect of teams.
Including energy. Very little energy on their sidelines. On first down from the 28, a receiver to the left, 1 to the right. A one-back set with Daniel Thomas. He's been taking most of the reps here in the fourth quarter. He's knocked down by Landry after a gain of 2, and the Jets have called a timeout. Don't miss all the NFL excitement on NBC tonight when the New Orleans Saints meet the Denver Broncos. Of course, you can also hear Sunday Night Football each week right here on Dial Global Sports, beginning at 7:30 Eastern on many of these same stations.
And the other reason is the Jets have won the turnover battle.
They absolutely have won every facet of today's game. Dolphins on top 27-9, 5:47 to play fourth quarter. We have a timeout. You're listening to the NFL on the Dial Global Radio Network.